running the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set! Got a 20! Check three! Jim! 59! Tighten up! Check four!
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill! Shift! Sponge! No! Hey, watch this! Middle!
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Set! Number 20! I got you.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Chargers' 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D.
Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
Able to fight through 1 tackle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Rivers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joe. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. The intended receiver there, Allen. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 47 yards.
Start 180. Mike 44. Hey, watch the slant.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Easy, easy. Load it. Load it. You ain't doing nothing today.
Rivers Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He's airing it out for Williams, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford, he completes it to Jones. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Play action, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford now 7-10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
It got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe there that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 12, Rivers is going to fire one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Kevin White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. It's complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for two.
Double right.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go. Get tight. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Zero.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kevin White with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 7, Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
260. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Omaha, ready to move.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Rivers on first down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got 4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Back now at Ford Field as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. but last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rivers to throw it. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Wait, 89.
First down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Set, Green 80, black 15. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. That one good for 21 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rivers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers going deep here for Allen. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
180.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight dog.
Left.
Check 43. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, only go load it.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is fielded at the 7. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get off the train, Trey.
Brings up fourth down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-1.